back to my channel. My name is Jamie and I am a mama with a budget. So thank you for joining me for today's video. So this is the first video in a series of me going through my weekly spending and going through and categorizing that weekly spending. So this is my budget planner that you would have seen in my previous video. So if you do want to see a flip through of this video, I will leave a link in the top corner up here for you to go check that video out. All right, so let's get started. So there is a little bit of a location change today, so I am trialing something out to see if this part of my home works better for lighting. If it doesn't, I will be going back to the original desk where I usually film from. So I have gotten started on starting this section. So again, I'm not going to be putting in my actual salary up the top. But I am going to slowly work through some of the other items. So I have got, the only real big debt I've got is I've got a credit card and I've got a small loan. So the credit card I am slowly chipping away at. It's not a very big high credit card. It's only got $1,000 limit on it, which is my credit card's under that. So I am in the process of trying to get that out as fast as possible because I do want to close that. I don't want to have a credit card anymore. So I do have a savings goal. So in my next video that will be coming out, I have gone through and added in some new savings challenges and a sinking fund, one of which is 1 month of bills, which is now going to be my biggest priority to try and get that one filled as fast as possible. So that one's my biggest goal at the moment, but I will slowly fill more of these in as I move through. So my monthly fixed expenses, I am also working through the actual amounts for these as well. So in the next video, this one will probably be a bit more filled out. So the monthly savings goal, so this section, same with the one that is in the one at the back where last time I think I completely misunderstood the purpose of what this is for. So I don't have a monthly savings goal for this. I might just find a sticker to pop over the top of it. It's not really going to be relevant for me. So I haven't found a way to use the dashboard on this page yet. I might try and figure out a way to use it, but at the moment I'm basically just ignoring it and pretending it's not there. All right, so the week that we're working on, so is last week just gone, so starting on the 3rd of July. So as you can see in the monthly overview for the 3rd of July, I have my personal loan come out on Mondays. My husband's payday on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, I do have my son's before and after school care payment, which does come out every Thursday, but it's also changes because his needs for being in care change every week. So I do write down the amounts of what that cost us each week. Fridays are our big bill days. I've changed it to that because my pay comes out on a Friday, so I like to be able to get those out as fast as possible, not have to worry about any of the other bills that are looming over us. So on my payday Friday, I have the daycare payment, I have our rent payment, and I have our water payment. So I do, instead of having one payment once every quarter, I just do like a set payment every fortnight. So that for us is $15. And so on the alternating Fridays, I have my automatic payment for my gas and my automatic payment for my electricity bill. So this week is all that we're working within this week for when it comes to fixed or reoccurring bills. So let's flick on over. So this is a list of all the money that I spent out of our shared house account. So that's what this side's going to be for. And then this side is money that I spent with my personal money. So whether it's money that I had in my wallet, money that I spent before I even allocated my funds, ones that have come out of sinking funds, as well as money that I have spent on Mama with a Budget. So starting on this side, so I have gone through and created some categories, which after 1 week of using it, I've already decided these aren't the right category breakdowns. So I am going to work on a new breakdown, which you may see in the next video coming up, where I'm literally just going to have a page and categorize what each of the expenditures are for those particular categories. But for the time being, for the categories that I've got here, which is house, food, fun, kids, my husband, and other. So as we can see, I have totaled up all the categories in the totals to the side here. So house, so anything that is house related is obviously going to be the highest. So that came out at $1,018.65. So it is a little bit higher than what I would have liked it to be, but is what it is. So again, this is all about keeping yourself accountable, knowing where all your money's going. So what we've got here as well, so on the 1st, so officially the 1st didn't really count, shouldn't have counted towards this, but it was the beginning of the month and I wanted it to be there. So technically I didn't really spend money in this week until the 4th, but on the 1st, we did go out and have a fun day with my sister and my stepdad, with my kids and my husband. So we went out and played mini golf. The kids started getting a little bit hungry because it was just before lunch. So we did get them some snacks and then we went out for lunch. And so then after lunch, I did go out and get something for dinner as well. So in total, this is what we did on the 1st, which was a Saturday. So on the Tuesday, I did buy some groceries, so just a little pick-me-up of some little essentials that I was still needing. So I did get some things for my dogs on the 4th as well. I'm trying to think of what that was. I think it was their beds, because we got kennels delivered. Yeah, it was their beds. It was their cushions for their kennels. Then on the Wednesday, we got KFC. So every Wednesday we get takeaway. So we call it whatever you want Wednesday. So we're not focusing on home cooked meals on Wednesdays. It is always a takeaway treat day. So this week, it was unanimous across my family that it was KFC. I didn't vote for KFC, but I was outvoted. So on the 6th, on the Thursday, my son's before and after school care payment came out. Then on the Friday, there's quite a few. So again, the payment for Yarra Valley Water came out. I sent our rent payment. I got some groceries for lunch. My husband's loan came out, and our daycare's fees came out, and my gas and electricity payment came out. So I don't know why that all came out on the one day, because that's not normally until the following week. I've got to look into that. Wonder why that came through on that day. Anyway, regardless, it got spent. So on the Saturday, we had some visitors come over, so we did get some pizza for lunch, and then I got some things for a barbecue for dinner. And then on Sunday, so Sunday's usually grocery shop day for me, so I did do a little bit of a shop from Aldi, and I did get some mice for our pet snake, OJ Stimpson. He's a Stimpson's python. I don't know if I've ever shared his name on this channel before. But yeah, so a very clever name that my husband thought was extremely clever. But yeah, so we got some mice for him. So the amount that I want to spend each week and make sure that I'm really keeping on track of is my grocery budget. So I do allocate $250 per week for groceries. So this week we did go over, mainly because of the barbecue. We went a little bit over, but again, that's okay. It just means I have to adjust that amount into something else. So I did have my car rego payment come out this week, and that did get paid. So that was the only thing that isn't a reoccurring bill that was due this week. So circling back to this one a little bit later on. So on this side, so my personal spending. So I did try to come up with ways to categorize it. So far I came up with sinking funds, mama with a budget, money that is put away in my wallet for specific things. So things like fuel, my splurge. So things that I've bought for myself that just because I can and wasn't allocated in any funds. I just wanted to buy it. And then just random personal spending. So on the Monday, I did get fuel, and then my loan payment came out. Tuesday, there was a no spend day. Yay! Always aiming for no spend days. Wednesday, I did need to get some envelopes for packages, so for orders through my Etsy store. And then the uniform shop, I did buy some new uniform for Jackson. Thursday, I bought myself some stickers for my planner from a company called KHD Stickers. Friday was a big spend day, so my rego payment came out. I got Hungry Jacks for lunch for myself. I did 2 afterpays that I have. So I currently do have 2 afterpays. One is the kennels for the dogs, and the other afterpay is for an album. I wanted to get one of those school albums for my son, for Jackson. So one that starts at prep and goes all the way up to year 12, and it's just like a rundown at the beginning of the year of, you know, what their likes are and what's their favorite subject, who's your best friend, all that sort of stuff. And it's also a place to put their school photos. So that's its last payment. So I put $100 towards my credit card, my Big W lay-by, so that little Christmas lay-by that I put on. So I did the payment for that. The boys wanted nuggets for dinner from McDonald's while I was out shopping at the local plaza. So I got them some dinner. And then I got some clothes for the boys. So they did need some new clothes. So I bought a whole bunch of new clothes for them. So on the Saturday, I did, again, splurge on myself and bought myself a sticker book from Planything. So Planything is an international shipper or international seller. I'm not 100% sure where she's located, so I might actually pop that in the top section above if anybody's interested in Planything and where she's from. And it's purely just decorative stickers, so it's not functional ones like the ones that I get from KHD Stickers. These ones are decorative. And then Sunday was a no-spend day. Yay! So overall, I did think I did pretty well for my first one. So I know where I want to tweak things. So I think down the bottom where it says budget, I think I am going to actually use that section and write how much I spent that day. So whether or not I break it down into categories of how I spent those, or not 100% sure yet, but I do know that I want to categorize them and sort of tally it in some way at the bottom. And I do want to change the categories. So I am still sort of spitballing in my own head of how I want to categorize it, but this is just wrong for now. All right, so thank you for joining me for this week's video. I hope you enjoy these. So if you do want to see more of these every week, please let me know. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye.